Oh, the hospice. Yes. Leslie was being treated here years ago. He'd come here thinking it was familiar and safe.
You know where we are?
Just ahead is the hospice my brother runs. He'll take us in.
That didn't answer my question.
I honestly don't know. For all I know, I'm losing my mind and you're just a delusion. But I'd like to think I still have a shred of dignity and an obligation to protect my patient. As an officer of the law, you should too.
I hope his brother's not a jerk too.
All right, welcome back to Let's Play The Evil Within with me, Jimenez. And the doctor wants us to follow him right away, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do something else first. And while I'm doing that, I want to talk about something that happened in the last episode. I did say that I would maybe miss a personal document or two here or there, and that's kind of exactly what happened. Although, unfortunately, it was one of Ruvik's recorded tapes. And I don't want to miss those because they sort of contain story elements. So, through the magic of YouTube, I can just play it for you right now.
Experiment number 4. Subject numbers 4 through 13. Brainwave activity diminished, but synchronization achieved. Subjects should begin experiencing a shared consciousness. Previous trials indicated rapid deterioration of consciousness. Their minds became an exquisite mass, an amalgam of mental carrion.
I saw something move.
I'll have to connect myself if I want to experience their terror before it diminishes.
Haha, yes, we got a bottle kill. And so the reason that I wanted to play that is just to show that Ruvik is absolutely a crazed psychopath, and it's kind of awesome. Now, the reason we came this way is because I want this map fragment on the ground here. And let's go ahead and open this chest. And grab a bunch of goodies. But I think that I will try to do a better job of not missing those tapes going forward.
We must find my patient, Leslie.
And now, there's going to be a lot of exploring to do in here. This is yet another kind of village section. So we're going to work through it being pretty diligent here. Little jump scare for you. And they are, of course, going to give you green gel for doing that to you, which is always nice. And if we squeeze through here, this is another not loading screen. But we'll get a look at the actual loading screen one soon enough. More bullets we can't carry. That is a shame. But the reason we came back here is for this document here. Villagers note. They got Norman. His cries for help just cut off. I can hear screaming every night. If I don't stay hidden, I know I'll be next. Good stuff. Now, there are going to be 3 total map fragments and 2 locker keys in this section, and we are, of course, going to find all of those. But it's a little tough to decide what order I want to do everything here in. But I think first, we're going to head back this way. And deal with this enemy here. There we go. Oh man, I'm so stoked I got that bottle kill. Only took me a few tries. Few swings and a miss with that. And if we rescue that person,
Nice shooting.
she's gonna be here and drop us some green gel, which we are very interested in finding as much of as possible. I don't really need this bottle for anything, so I'm just gonna chuck it. And that body's gonna fall, but it is not gonna get up. So don't you worry about that. Now, the save room is going to be one of the last things I want to do, so we're going to skip that for right now, and I think we're just going to head around this way. And you might be thinking with the doctor following us that this is an escort mission, but it really is not. He does not have a life bar, and he can't be killed in this section. He just goes and runs and hides. Which is just fine with me. Escort missions are kind of the worst. Now, I'm sure you can hear that creepy talking. And why don't we just go talk to him? Let's meet the good doctor's brother.
Don't you fret. Doc, no, don't.
Valerio, it's me.
The good doctor is here.
This is my brother, Valerio. Leslie's original doctor.
Peel away. Yes, expose everything.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh. He swiped at me during my match animation. Oh, they do such a great job of making him just horrifying.
How could he have done that to Valerio? Impossible.
And now that that's done, we can check around
Couldn't be Ruvik.
behind the table. And there you'll see the keys inside the body. So we're gonna have to look in the body if we want that key, which we do. And for surviving that jump scare, we get another locker key. Now, why don't we finish looting this house? And then I think I'll be ready to hit the safe room. So I know that we haven't been upstairs at the very least. Yeah, we came in through here. Look out, Doc. What am I doing? Yeah, it's to the left. Okay. And we are full up on healing items, so we may as well use one. Yeah, we'll just use this for now since I want to pick this one up. And there is plenty of stuff to find in here.
That came from outside.
Yes.
I love the Doctor's voice actor so much. He has so much gravitas. It's awesome.
Let me know when you've taken care of them.
And he should have an axe for me. That is what I was looking for. All right, I'm pretty satisfied we finished looting this house, so it's time to move on. And I think now is as good a time as any to visit the save room. How much green gel do we have? 8,800? Sure, let's do it. Journal of Sebastian Castellanos, February 2005. Myra was almost killed this afternoon, shot by a suspect we were pursuing. Thank God I was there. She's going to be okay. But seeing her bleeding like that, thinking I was going to lose her without telling her how I really feel, was unbearable. I think she feels the same way. There's something undeniable between us. It's against the code of conduct, but I have to let her know how I feel about her. I hope I'm not setting myself up for embarrassment. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, right? Is if you shoot your shot, you may end up embarrassed if you miss. But we know that Sebastian never misses. I would never miss a shot. All right, and here we are back in Safe Haven. Now, there are a few things to do in here right off the bat, so I feel like I'm just going to do those right away. First thing I'm going to do is check the newsstand. Missing patient found, caretaker worried sick. Psychiatric patient missing since last Tuesday was found hiding in photography studio. Physician Valerio Jimenez says God's will. Now, I wonder if Valerio was already weird. Like before any of this happened? Hard to say. And there is his missing persons file, missing Dr. Valerio Jimenez, owner of the Elk River Hospice, last seen driving into the city. Now let's go ahead and follow the nurse this way. Now the first thing we're going to want to do is check out our room to find this map fragment here. That's going to be number 6. And there's nothing else of note for us in there, so we're going to keep going.
No, no, not that way. No. No, no, not that way.
So many new admissions, and not a single discharge.
Her character model is a little messed up there. That's gonna be a PC.
Let go of me! Let go of me!
Specific glitch. However, a lot of the glitches that we're gonna see
Let go of me! Let go of me!
end up still kind of feeling fine with regard to the rest of the things going on in the game. Now, this map fragment's going to materialize right here, so let's make sure we grab that. That's number 7. And if we look behind us, the door is gone. So let's continue on.
Fine. 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 Fine.
You don't look well at all. Do take care of yourself.
And that is the titular patient, Leslie. He's pretty weird. I'm not gonna lie. But why don't we go ahead and use our locker key? We had to dig around in a dead body for it, so I feel like this one is pretty well-deserved. And let's fill up on as much ammo as we can. And let's hit this door right here. $5,000 green gel. I love that. And with that in our pocket, I think it's time to hit the chair. Oh, I still have to go around. I don't know why that door wouldn't be open yet. Like, it's right there. But I have to go all the way around still. Now, let's see here. Why don't we finish the stock for the agony bolts? That's going to let us hold lots of those. And then I'm going to improve the harpoon bolt as much as I can. What I would like to make a beeline for is that 240% plus. But that's going to be very expensive. But we're just going to level up our harpoon bolts as much as we can for right now. And so getting to level 4 is going to be 10,000, and level 5 is going to be 50,000. So we're going to need 60,000 more green gel in order to finish that, but I think we're just going to save up and make it happen. And I think we're all done here, so let's keep going. Just one more locker key to find. And I've always wondered, where does Sebastian go when there's someone in the room with him? Like, Safe Haven feels like it's all in his head in a lot of ways, but is he really transported there? I mean, there's somebody standing right here, so is he just standing there, like, staring in the mirror for 5 minutes? I don't really know. All right, well, I think there's nothing left to do but go check out where Leslie went.
What's wrong with this kid?
There actually is something I'm gonna want to grab before going too much further. I keep forgetting that if I go to Safe Haven holding an axe, it just kind of disappears. But I know that there is one on the picnic table up this way. So I'm gonna grab that, because I'm gonna need it. Okay. Alright, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything in here. I don't think so. So it's time.
He's gone down there.
To head downstairs.
Did you take care of them?
Now, coming up here, we're going to be introduced to a new enemy type. And I'll talk a little bit about that when we see it. And it's going to be right in here. This is the photography studio where they said Leslie was found, which is a little subtle to pick up on. But this is, in fact, a dark room. And now you'll kind of notice they've been loading us up with bullets a little bit, so you should be on your toes.
Help me.
Leslie!
Help me.
Oh, thank heavens. Dr. Jimenez is here. Settle down.
Wait, Doc. I think something's coming.
Something is coming indeed.
Something here.
Settle down.
Ah, I was not facing the right direction. So that is our introduction to the invisible enemies.
Is it over? Are you still out there?
They kind of look like this. They have the tentacle face. And let's talk about them in just a sec.
This place is a death trap. Is there anywhere safe at all?
I think that's unlikely.
Can't get out. Can't get out.
We must be going this way.
Can't get away. Can't get away.
Now, here's the thing about the invisible guys. It's not necessarily a bad design to make an invisible enemy, right? It's just that this game, your ammo is so precious that they end up wasting a lot. Like you saw there, I just happened to be facing kind of the wrong direction with my axe and I just missed. And the same thing can happen if you're trying to use the shotgun. Now, the reason I came behind this curtain is because you want to use visual cues in the environment. They bump into things and move them, and that's sort of how you end up spotting them. If they become visible, you're already grabbed, so there's no real way to, like, let them go into their grab animation and then pull the trigger. You're already grabbed. So they can be a serious problem. However, there are a few easier ways to deal with them. And why don't we take this opportunity to use our medical kit and increase our health bar a little bit, since I took that hit there. But if things go wrong against invisible enemies, you end up wasting so much ammunition that you're better off just dying and restarting the checkpoint, or even the chapter. So while I don't think they're a bad design, they are fairly punishing to face. And let's keep going.
The stairs are gone.
We must be collectively losing our minds.
Losing our minds. Losing our minds. Losing our minds. Losing our minds. Losing our minds.
Oh, God. No. Ruvik. It is you. Leslie.
Who the hell are you?
No! Don't follow!
But we are gonna follow. But first I want to swing back in here and just make sure there isn't anything I can pick up. I don't think so, but never hurts to check. Is a harpoon bolt I almost missed. Yikes. Especially now that those are super souped up. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of them. I love it.
What the? Doctor? Leslie?
And now you'll see behind me,
Fuck.
is just an infinite hallway. So we're gonna head towards the door. And that's a pretty cool reference to The Shining, you know, where the blood pours out of the elevator. I love it.
What is going on here?
What is going on indeed? Now, that transition there is one that I really don't like. So let me be clear. Some of the transitions are fine. I particularly like the very first one, the one where we end up still in the burning ambulance. Like, we awaken in safe haven, we get consumed by flames, and awaken in the burning ambulance. That's pretty good. This one, you're just kind of transported to, like, somewhere. And I really don't love that. Now, if you're looking around and thinking this kind of looks like a battle arena, you would be correct. So there are a couple of things I want to do first, but there is a non-0% chance that we might lose. So I don't want to do too much looting, because if you die, you will have to do it all over again. So we may as well just kick off the arena right away. I just want to make sure if I have to make a run for it, I'm not going to run into any traps. Because there's nothing worse than getting grabbed right in front of one of these, and then it also blows up in your face while you're taking damage from the grab. It just feels like absolute clown town. And let's go ahead and kick this thing off. Now, I think I want to lead on a grenade. Yeah. Take care of the bullet sink one as quickly as possible. Oh, come on, matches. I am just getting ping-ponged right now. That was one mistake, striking a match. And now my health bar is so low that I can't run. So I've got to kind of corner myself over here. Try to let my life bar recover while I just consecutively knock these guys down. Now hopefully I can use this. Oh, but they're way too smart for that. Come on, health bar. All right, we can run again. Should be able to get both of them. Nope. All right, that was not my best fight. That first match mistake. All right, let's go ahead and try again. So I think we're gonna kick things off with a grenade. Same as last time. Now what I would really like to do is take out these bigger ones, because they're kind of the bullet sinks. And once again, the matches just don't want to work today. All right, can I get a reload off? I can. Sweet. I'm using maybe a few more bullets than I would like. But this fight definitely can go a lot of different ways depending upon your sort of RNG. Yeah, let's try another grenade. I never end up using these, so... That match may not have been necessary, but... We're doing much better this fight. There's still some left, but I can't find them. Ah, there he is. Let's see if we can use this trap. Actually, I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste the trap parts. And we got it that time. For some reason, my match prompts just weren't cooperating today. However, that sort of thing is more to do, I would say, with your positioning. Because I wasn't really pointing the camera at them, at the downed bodies, the way that you would like to. So, I can't really blame the game for that. Just a little bit of bad camera work by me. But now we get to freely loot this area. Should have maybe used up a harpoon bolt. There are a couple of free ones in here. But I definitely want to make sure that I pick up all the ammunition that I possibly can. And now to kind of finish my thought about the transition here. So in the game universe, in what's going on in this game, which we'll learn a lot more about later, the teleportation stuff makes sense. It's not just complete nonsense for that to be happening. Whoops, I didn't necessarily mean to do that, but it's probably fine. But I'm gonna talk about this for a sec. Anyway, that being said, I think that some of them, like the one here, take away from making this game feel like it has a great setting, like a place that you can sort of believe despite the fact that it's a crazy nightmare realm. And it almost feels a little bit lazy in some sense. Where other games would sort of need plot and setting reasons to get you to a place like this, but like, where am I? You know, does it matter? Apparently not. And that's maybe not a huge problem, but it is still a little bit of a problem for me narratively. But at the end of the day, like I said, because it makes sense in the game's universe, it's a little bit more forgivable, but I still don't love some of those transitions. And that's all I'm gonna say about that for now. But with the battle arena finished, let's get out of here. I take that back. There is one thing I forgot to do. And that's going to be right over here. Or perhaps not. A few things I forgot to do, actually. Now, where is the switch I'm looking for? Ah, it's this one. Now, the first pull of that is going to drop a body, and then the second one is going to drop my goddess statue. And I'm going to want that. Okay, now we can finally get out of this disgusting place. And the walls are just dripping with blood. I love it. And now... now we're gonna meet my best friend. My favorite person in the whole world. Okay, we're gonna make a sprint for that green gel. And that screaming you hear is Laura.
Shit, I'd better run.
Now we're gonna have to wait over here. A guy's gonna pop out and kind of save us. But let's get a look at her while she comes this way. She has kind of a cool J-horror vibe. You know, with the black hair in her face and everything. But Laura is when this game kind of reveals what it is to you. That was too early. There we go. And that is a really punishing game that requires you to do things over a bunch until you figure out exactly what the game wants from you.
What is it with you?
And Laura is a big part of that. But we'll talk a little bit more about Laura when she comes back, because this is not the last we're going to see of her. And by that, I mean we're going to see her again right now.
I made it. I can't believe it.
Ooh, a case. So one thing I will say is that there is no monster in this game that is totally unkillable. A lot of people think Laura is unkillable, at least for sections like that, but she is not. The thing about that, though, is that you end up probably dumping every single bullet you have into her, which is not really something you want to do. The reward is dubious. It is like a bunch of green gel. Oh, another great example is you can actually kill the sadist in Chapter 1 in that stealth tutorial section. You have to do some very specific things, but it can be done. But we're about to meet another unkillable enemy, and Ruvik is actually unkillable. But this part confused me so badly the first time I played this game. Now, if Ruvik touches you, you die. If Laura touches you, you die. There are a good deal of sections where things are one-hit kills. And what this part wants you to do is just run back up to the top of the stairs and wait there. Who wouldn't think to do that? Oh, that's so good. The camera work there is just perfect. The way it turns and somehow, like, the perspective has been shifted. That is a great transition as compared to the one that lands us in the battle arena. But I'm gonna say no more about that because that's all the time I've got for today. Chapter 4 is clear, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.